Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Top Drives. Now today is one of those very exciting days where we get to finally have a look at the PL18. I know it says 180 here, it's just a little typo, you gotta be okay with that. I mean, whatever, right? But the PL18 pack review, the preview pack, learn the Savannah way. Now I know some of y'all were a little bit sad that I was going so slow in the last one. In today's video I'm gonna try to be a little bit more concise when showing off the new cars, because this is what this is, of course, a showcase of the new cars. If you haven't seen me do one of these already, you are in for something today, because this is cars from the new update that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to try to keep as limited as possible when I'm talking about each and every car that pops up here, but I still want to talk about the cars because I think it's such an exciting point in Top Drives. But without any further ado, let's jump into it. Starting off, we have the Chrysler Valiant Charger. Now, I was a little bit worried when people were hyping this up to be an Australia-only update, and I was like, that's probably not gonna happen. But now, after I've seen this preview pack for myself, I'm kind of more on the boat with you guys. Maybe it is only Australia, because they have stuff like Chrysler, but they have the Australian specs, you know, stuff like this, which is quite interesting. Very beautiful car here, nice picture. Let's move on. And moving on, we have the Chrysler Valiant Wayfarer. I mean, it's okay, right? Okay stats, but not very good. We have the Chrysler Centura. Also like okay stats, but not very nice, right? Moving on, we are now going to the uncommon rarity. We have a Ford Falcon XT, again, Australia spec, but Ford. 60s car, kind of low 0 to 60, very bad handling. I don't really know what you would use this for, because you would have to kind of drag spec it, and I don't think it would be particularly good if you did that. But then again, if you 969 it would only go up to like 68 handling, I think. So seems like a pretty useless car in my opinion. Let's move on. We have the Holden Monaco. No, Monaco, what am I saying? The Holden Monaro CV6. Now, this is a very cool car, obviously, from 2001. It's one of those crossover cars that they released for different brands. This is the Australia one, obviously, since it's Holden. We are talking probably medium ground clearance here, right? 6.885 or something, and that seems kind of okay for 28 actually. So I think this is gonna be a cool car in the meta for sure. Moving on, we have the Holden Turrama SSA9X Hatchback LX. This is very cool. It's looking like it's going to be a medium ground clearance car. I don't want to say too much about that though, but if it is medium, it's looking quite kind of good here, right? With like 5.982 when maxed out or something like that. It's looking kind of nice if this were to be medium. I hope it is. 70s car as well. Moving on, we have the Valiant Charger RT6 pack, which is a very interesting one. 0 to 60 very low on this one though. Drag spec, probably what you should do with this one. Then we have the Holden Astra, again, another one of these crossovers. You have the Vauxhall Astra, you have the Opel Astra, and you also have the Holden Astra. This is looking okay. It's one of those standard tires 81 handling cars. We have a bunch of those, and this is just going to be another one piled on top, I think. So nothing too special for this one, in my personal opinion. Moving on. We now have the super rares, and we're looking at the Holden Monaro CV8. This is a 2001 car. I'm thinking this is going to be medium again. If it is, it's looking kind of decent. 86, I think, or 85 or 86 handling, and a 5.4 maybe 0 to 60, looking kind of decent actually. I do enjoy those stats, but looking at it, 40 RQ, this is probably going to be low. With that stat line. Moving on, we have the Holden Barina RS. Now this one is going to be medium, I do believe, because look at those stats with standard tires. We're looking at an 86 handling, 7.2 0 to 60, I think, something like that. Might be an interesting little car to have. I don't think it's going to be particularly good though, even in its category of standard tires, medium ground clearance. And now we have the Holden HV Malu, the first Ute on the list. Very, very cool. 49 RQ here. Maybe medium, I don't know. We are talking 86 4.8 or something like that, 4.9 86 handling. Very, very good looking car, very cool. It looks almost like a concept in my opinion. I really do enjoy the look of this car. Stats look pretty good, high top speed as well, very cool. As we move on to the ultra rares, we have the Holden Caprice WK, 84 handling. This is clearly medium if you look at it. 84 handling or 83 handling, I don't really know. I think 84. And then a 5.3 or something like that, 0 to 60 standard tires, rear wheel drive. This is looking actually quite decent for us 2000s medium standard tires car. And then we have the Holden HSV Club Sport R8 dealer team spec VZ. Here we're talking high RQ 62, 170 top speed, 93 handling when maxed out, and around, I would say, 4.7 0 to 60 when maxed out. This is looking like an interesting car indeed. I would happily get this one, and I will be happy to see this one in the game. Something I have a gripe with is pictures like this when it's clearly like a rainy day or not a very nice day. Makes the picture look very gloomy, makes the vibe of the card very gloomy. It's not my personal favorite. And then we have the whole, but for this it works, because this is supposed to be like a gloomy car. Here we have the Holden HSV Avalanche VC. Here we're talking a medium or high ground clearance off-roader, of course. We're talking 6.1 maybe 0 to 60 and 83, 84 handling. Looking kind of decent, to be honest, with that. Very, very high top speed as well for an off-roader. I really do enjoy the stats of this car, and I think that's going to be a rather useful one to have as well. Moving on to the epics, we have the Holden HSV Senator signature. And this one, we are looking at probably 4.0 or 3.9 0 to 60 when maxed out, and 89 handling, probably medium as well. Very interesting. High top speed. I think this is going to have kind of good MRA. It's going to be a great all-arounder at 65. I think this is going to be one of those actually kind of useful 65s. However, it is Australia, so it's probably not going to be used very often. Moving on to the last car I have to show you, I believe. Yep, which is the Holden HSV GTS VE. And here we are talking good stats. Again, 4.0 or 3.9, 4.1 maybe, 0 to 60 when maxed out, and 92 handling. Maybe medium, I don't know, I don't think so. 66 RQ would suggest it's not medium, but 180 or something like that top speed is going to be quite good here for this one. I really do enjoy this different selection of cars, but that is indeed the last car I have to show you today. Meaning, obviously, I didn't get any legendaries. I don't know whether other creators are going to get any legendaries. Obviously, keep your eye out for their videos, but I think probably there are not going to be prolifically that many legendaries in this update. Perhaps there will be some, perhaps maybe they gave Blossom one. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. But I think there are going to be few legendaries, and it might very well be that way, that the only legendaries in the update, if there are even any, but if there are any, might all be prize cars. And if they are all prize cars, we can't really show them off in our creator packs, because the packs won't show legendary won't show any prize cars whatsoever. So obviously I could have probably mentioned that in the beginning, but any car you saw today in my video is not going to be a prize car in the game. It's going to be a car you can get right out of the gate. So perhaps it's one of those updates where all of the legendaries are prize cars. It's food for thought. We obviously have a good selection of cars throughout the rarities. I do enjoy that. I think it's fun when we get an update like this every once in a while, when it isn't super saturated by legendaries as well. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, obviously. Did you enjoy any of the cars I revealed? And if so, which car that I revealed is your favorite and your most that you're most looking forward to? when the update actually drops. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. As usual, there will be another Top Drives gameplay episode tonight, later tonight, a bit later. So if you do want to subscribe to the channel, if you don't want to miss it out, feel free to do so. Like the video if you haven't already. And if you do want to join one of the biggest Top Drives Discord communities and talk about this, discuss this with other fellow Top Drives enjoyers, check out my Top Drive server. It's called the Top Drives Hideout. We have over 2,000 members, but we could always use another one. And if you want to see what I'm currently maxing out, I have an Instagram page down below where I post every single max that I do. With all of that being said, though, thank you so much for watching. Until the very next time, guys, stay safe, have a good one, take care from another, and goodbye, guys.